Good morning, children. My name is Nikita, a teacher from St.JOSEPH'S Academy, Ghaziabad. Today, I am going to explain you one of the topic from class 10th mathematics book. Children, today we are going to study chapter 1 GST. GST, Goods and Service Tax. Goods and Services Tax. The full form of GST: G stands for goods, S stands for services, T stands for tax. Whenever any good or any item or any product or any service is purchased, we have to pay some amount of tax. In simple word, goods and service tax, which is known as GST, is an indirect tax which levied on the supply of goods and services. This law has replaced many indirect taxes that previously existing in India. So now in the whole country in India, there is only one tax which is known as GST. There are two types of GST. One is intrastate supply, other is interstate supply. Intrastate supply means if any item has been purchased or sold in the same state, then that is known as intrastate supply. Intrastate has been further divided in two parts. One is CGST and other one is HDST. Interstate supply means if any item has been purchased or sold from one state to another state, then there is only one tax calculated over it, that is known as IGST. Now, ST.JOSEPH'S full form: State Goods and Service Tax, CGST Central Goods and Service Tax, and IGST Integrated Goods and Service Tax. When any item is purchased in same state, then there are two taxes calculated over it. One is SGST, other is CGST. SGST is a tax which is collected by state government. CGST is a tax which is collected by central government. If any item has been purchased from one state to another state, then there will be only one tax calculated over it, which is known as IGST. IGST is a tax collected by central government. If in any transaction more than one people are involved, then there will be two GST. One is input GST, other is output GST. For example, a manufacturer sold an item to a dealer and then dealer sold that item to the consumer. Then dealer has purchased the article from manufacturer, so he will pay the tax to manufacturer, which is known as input GST. Consumer has purchased the article from dealer, so consumer will pay the tax to the dealer, which is known as output GST. The total tax paid will be calculated by the difference of output GST and input GST. Now I am going to explain the concept of GST with the help of few solved examples here. Here is the first question. The tax invoice of a telecom service in Meerut shows cost of services provided by it as rupees 750. If the rate of GST is 18%, then find the amount of the bill. So, according to the question, the rate of GST is 18% and the cost of services provided is rupees 750. So, GST is a tax which will be calculated 18% of 750. So, 18 into 750 divided by 100 will be equal to rupees 135. This tax will be added to the cost of services provided by the company. So total amount of the bill will be 750 plus 135 rupees is equal to rupees 885. Here is the next question. Mr. Malik went on a tour to Goa. He took a room in a hotel for 2 days at a rate of 5,000 rupees per day. On same day, his friend John also joined him. Hotel provided an extra bed charging rupees 1,000 per day for the bed. How much GST at the rate of 28% is charged by the hotel in the bill to the Mr. Malik for both the days? So, see the solution now. According to the question, the amount of the bill will be 5,000 rupees per day. He took a room for 2 days. So 5,000 will be multiplied by 2. Then his friend John also joined him for 2 days and hotel provides an extra bed for rupees 1,000 per day. So the total amount of bill will be 5,000 into 2 plus the cost of extra bed for 2 days will also be added to it. So 1000 plus 1000. Then total amount of the bill will be equal to 12,000 rupees. Then rate of GST is given as 28%. So 28% tax will be calculated on 12,000 rupees. So GST is equal to 28 divided by 100 multiplied by 12,000 will be equal to 3,360 rupees. Then the GST charged by Mr. Malik will be equal to 3,360 rupees. Here is the next question. Goods or services are sold from Agra to Kanpur for rupees 20,000 and then from Kanpur to Jaipur. If the rate of GST is 18% and profit made at Kanpur is rupees 5,000, find first part the net GST payable by the dealer at Kanpur. Second part, the cost of goods or services at Jaipur. So see the solution. When the product is sold from Agra to Kanpur, this transaction has been made in same state. So it is a intra-state transaction. When any transaction has been made in one state or in same state, then there will be two taxes calculated over it. One is CGST and other is SGST. CGST is a tax which will be given to central government and SGST is a tax which will be given to state government. So the given rate percent of GST will be divided in two parts, one for CGST and other for SGST. So for the dealer in Agra, selling price is rupees 20,000. Then CGST will be equal to 9% of 20,000. Total 18% GST has been divided in two parts for CGST and SGST. So CGST will be calculated with 9%. So 9% of rupees 20,000 will be equal to 1800. Then SGST will also be same as 9% of rupees 20,000 will be equal to 1800 rupees. Then for the dealer in Kanpur, total tax will be equal to input GST will be 1800 plus 1800 will be equal to 3600 rupees. Now the services has been sold from Kanpur to Jaipur. This transaction has been made from one state to another state. So it is known as interstate transaction. During interstate transaction, there will be only one tax calculated over the goods or services, that is known as IGST. So cost price in Jaipur will be equal to rupees 20,000. Then profit made over it is rupees 5,000. So the selling price will be equal to 20,000 plus 5,000, which is 25,000 rupees. Then IGST will be calculated on this total selling price, which is 25,000 rupees. So 18% of the tax will be calculated on 25,000 rupees. So IGST is equal to 18% of 25,000, which is equal to 4,500 rupees, which will be known as output GST. So the answer of first part is the net GST paid by the dealer at Kanpur. Dealer at Kanpur has purchased the article from Agra. Then he has sold to Jaipur. So some amount of tax he has paid and some amount of tax he has collected. So net GST will be equal to tax collected minus tax paid, which is output GST minus input GST. So 4,500 minus 3,600 will be equal to 900 rupees. Then second part, the cost of goods at Jaipur will be equal to selling price in Agra plus IGST calculated on this services. That is 25,000 rupees plus 4,500 will be equal to rupees 29,500. Here, one more question. Consultancy services worth rupees 50,000 are transferred from Delhi to Punjab at a rate of GST 18% and then from Punjab to Nainital with profit rupees 20,000. At the same rate of GST, find the output tax at first part Delhi, second part Punjab, third part Nainital. So see the solution. First part, output tax in Delhi. Services has been transferred from Delhi to Punjab. So it is a interstate transaction from one state to another state. So there will be only one type of tax, that is IGST. So IGST is equal to 18% of rupees 50,000, which is equal to 9,000 rupees. So output tax in Delhi will be equal to rupees 9,000. Second part, now the services has been transferred from Punjab to Nainital. Again, it is interstate transaction from one state to another state. So only one tax will be calculated here, that is IGST. But during this transaction, there is a profit of rupees 20,000. So total cost price will be equal to 50,000 plus 20,000, that is 70,000 rupees. So now IGST will be calculated on 70,000 rupees. So IGST is equal to 18% of rupees 70,000, which is equal to 12,600. So output tax paid in Punjab will be equal to rupees 12,600. Next part, in Nainital. The dealer in Nainital does not sell the product or services. So there will be no tax calculated over this transaction. So output GST will be equal to 0 rupees. So I hope the concept of GST is clear to you. Now you can try the questions of your textbook. Thank you.